Hello everyone. This is a special edition that I'm doing for 2014 USA Open. So last time we left it off as, I provided this image. This is a famous tennis player's foot, right? As you can see, it's clearly showing the signs of curling the feet, curling of the toes, and the tendons popping out. And again, the person is, this is not a, they're not trying to do something or keeping their toes flexed. This is just a neutral state. After using the Hyperarch mechanism for a while, and this is what comes out of it. So if you don't know who this person is, I'm going to give you some hint. Alright? That's his prize money. Okay? In my research, all these millionaire athletes, they all subconsciously somehow use this mechanism of the foot. And that gives them tremendous power in the glutes. And if you don't know who he is by now, that's another hint. Born June of, and that's another hint. That's a very big hint. I mean, who's the best in tennis right now? And if you guessed it, that's right. It's Raphael Nadal, and that's his ugly foot. So, well, he actually withdrew from the competition this year due to a wrist injury. But I think if he took better care of his wrist, applying tension in the center of the palm, use what martial artists has been using for thousands of years, instead of wielding a tennis racket. Back in the days, they were wielding very heavy weaponry, such as knives, claymores, swords. The same thing applies. You gotta take care of your wrist by putting in tension. And I'll show you another great tennis player, Steffi Graf. Graf was so good and dominant in the women's tennis. Okay, he was ranked #1 for a record of 377 total weeks, the longest period for which any player, male or female, has held the #1 ranking since the Association of Tennis Professionals began issuing rankings. Okay, she was so dominant. And let's take a closer look at her feet. Wow, what do you see? Hyperarch mechanism. Again, it's if you pay attention to these things, you notice. It's easy to explain. Okay, it's in the genes. It's a talent. It's something. And this is Roger Federer's feet. Okay, if you look at the top of his toes, you see all these blisters. Okay, it's exactly the same as my friend, who I described in my webinar. So take a look at that picture and compare it to this, and that's how I started my own research and investigation why athletic people have this type of trades on their foot, on their toe. Regular people, straight toe, dead straight, no blisters on the toes. Okay, and another player, Novak, look at his foot, very nicely curled. Okay, blisters. Again, this is not just basketball. This applies to everything. And one of my players, that bought the book, he not only played basketball, he also played tennis. So he experimented the Hyperarch mechanism and he's only level 2. While he was playing tennis, he experienced the effortlessness, hitting the ball, but the ball travels so fast because there's so much glute power behind it, his friend cannot return the serve. And they don't know what he's doing differently, because within the shoe, he doesn't do the Hyperarch mechanism happens within the shoe, and you can't really tell, what the person is doing differently. He's just stronger. All right, finally,